the troops. Bring them home now.
Okay.
He's still a traitor. Support the troops. The killing Pete, Dick Cheney, the idiot. Support the troops. Impeach George Bush.
Occupation. And the home. And the occupation.
To Washington, to present to Nancy Pelosi all the reasons why we've got to impeach Cheney first.
Nice to be here.
Congratulations. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you're doing this.
Yeah, well, this is the place where it all began.
Yeah.
Hey, John!
That's the place where it all began.
As Thomas Paine said, right, we gave you a republic, now it's up to you to keep it.
Yes.
So I just saw that this morning on the movie, and
I love your...
it's nice to be doing something about it.
Well, what you're doing is fantastic.
This oath never expires. This oath, most of us take very seriously if we understand what the Constitution is all about. This is the same oath that 100 senators here in America have taken, an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. This is the same oath that 435 representatives here in the United States of America have taken, an oath to protect and defend the document that was written right across the street. This is the same oath that the Commander-in-Chief, the treasonous, traitorous Commander-in-Chief George Bush has taken and totally violated. And I'd like to offer the microphone to a veteran of the Iraq War, a brother who was in the same paratrooper outfit I was in, the 101st Airborne Division, who did his tour over there and has learned quite a bit. And he has quite an interesting name, Shalom Keller. We call him the anarchist rabbi. He knows a little bit about the Constitution, and I'd like you to give him a warm welcome.
Yay!
They both flunked out of Yale, except the other one didn't flunk. His grandfather was one of the
You ready to shut up yet? I got one thing to say, and I don't give a damn if you're listening or not. Because I know I stand on principle. I know I have my integrity. I know I maintain my loyalty. I know that I stand and fulfill my duty. I fulfill the oath that I took when I enlisted to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, especially domestic. The Constitution of the United States of America, written and ratified across the street in 1789, is the foundational document of the American Republic and supreme law of the land. Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution of the United States of America delineates the powers of Congress. Congress, and only Congress, has the power to declare war on behalf of this nation's citizens. Congress has never declared war on Iraq. A number of members of Congress in the summer of 2002 abrogated their responsibilities, upset the balance of powers, and shat upon my beloved Constitution, declaring themselves to be her domestic enemies when they gave the President the authority to declare war, an authority not granted to him by the Constitution. The war in Iraq is illegal for one reason: it violates the supreme law of the land. The United States Army for 4 years with the 101st Airborne Division, of which time I spent 6 months in Afghanistan and a year in Iraq. While I was in Iraq, I came to the conclusion that the war in Iraq is in violation of the United States Constitution. And when I came home, I vowed that I will not turn my back on the oath that I took, that I will continue to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and especially domestic.
Another example of treason is the war that in Iraq, which we know was a plot dating back to January, at least dating back to January of 2001, when the president had a meeting right after he was inaugurated with his National Security Council to talk about how to develop the scenario for a war against Iraq. That, my friends, is also an act of treason. And it developed into a 2-year campaign to develop that war so that we would get dragged into it in 2003. Forget about the international crimes. Nobody in America cares about international law anyway, even though the crime of invading a country that doesn't pose a threat is the highest crime in the world. The crime of treason is a specific crime in the Constitution for which a person is in executive office is supposed to be impeached. And we should be doing that. Now, I was asked to talk about why we're not seeing impeachment and about why Nancy Pelosi is so adamant that impeachment isn't going to happen. And I want to say this to those of you who are Democrats, who are still Democrats, that what we're seeing is a collapse of a party, the collapse of a two-party system, and a notion on the part of those who are now controlling the Congress, the Democratic Party, that they can't challenge anything. They can't do anything because they might lose the next election.
See the truth for what it is, and let's hold Bush and Cheney accountable in the only way given to us by the Constitution. Impeachment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you, John! Thank you! Impeach!
Let us please pay our respects to Constitution Hall, Independence Hall. Let us walk and have a moment of silence where it all began. Thank you.
Yeah!